Hello, my friends. Man, we haven't done one of these in a hot minute. So now it's my turn to talk about my night vision setup, the things that we do with our night vision setups, and how you yourself can get started and how we can help. My name is Gedde with Georgia Firing Line, and today we're gonna talk about my night vision helmet breakdown homebrew thing. It's just cool, you need night vision. So one of the first questions we have to answer for ourselves is why night vision, why get into it, why spend the money? I wanna see in the dark. It's very much as simple as that. So you can do a lot of other things with night vision. It's not all shooting, it's not all gun related. Just recently, I had the chance to take a little vacation with my wife and we went to the beach, and a bunch of my homies out there on the beach brought their night vision. So we got to walk up and down the beach and go catch ghost crabs under night vision. And I'm telling you, it's one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. Now on top of that, of course, yes, I plan to be doing quite a lot of shooting and quite a lot of teaching under night vision as well, because we're now offering a proper night vision 101 class. We have a 2-day class. It is everything from understanding how your tubes work and how to use them safely as well as not damage them. And we also get into your helmet setup, but ultimately we talk about how to shoot well with and without night vision with a pistol and a carbine. It's a ton of fun. I recommend it highly. So come check us out for that. So my helmet, unlike my other associates, is more of a budget-friendly setup. So this is performance for money is kind of the title that I've given it. So there's some things on here that are relatively expensive, but everything else on the helmet for the night vision is very cost effective. And so far I'm getting pretty damn good performance out of it. First and foremost, let's talk about the tubes because that's why everybody's here. So I've chosen to go with the RIX RNV 31Ss. These are the upgraded version of their 31s. You may be familiar with the Jerry 31s. These are the newest evolution and the newest iteration of that whole platform. The tubes themselves are Gen 2 Plus white phos tubes. You get 2 of them because it's binocular night vision. And it's got the full digital suite inside of it in terms of its feature set. So it's got the bright source protection, it's got the flip up turn off, the individual pod control, and of course manual gain from a single button or a single dial on the front, which I really like. It does have a built-in illuminator, but I've used it very sparingly because I chose to go with an external illumination source on top of the one that's on my guns, plural. Thank you, HK. The pods themselves articulate. Obviously, the mount allows it to flip up and down. We'll talk about that in a moment. But the individual pods can articulate under their own. So if you wanted to have one tube on, one tube up for shooting thermal, for example, or using something with your naked vision, you still, of course, have the opportunity to do that. And because of the way that the flip up turn off works, if this is down in front of your face and you've got one tube flipped up, then the tube that is flipped up turns off, so you're not shining light on your helmet, giving your position away, if that's an issue for you. One thing I like about this unit, which a lot of other night vision units share, is the ability to change what battery this is running on based on what cap you have. So currently I have it set up for a CR123 because I carry a plethora of them with me because most of my accessories that are on my guns are using 123s. And you get a pretty considerable amount of battery life. I will put what the battery life is somewhere over here. I've yet to change the battery in it. We've done quite a few shoots with these. As I mentioned, taking it to the beach, walking around, showing it to all my friends, walking around the neighborhood. My neighbor's kids thought it was the coolest thing they've ever seen, because it kind of is. And of course, taking my dog on nighttime walks and all that kind of good stuff. All the things you do with night vision. In the comment section, tell me what your favorite thing to do with night vision is. So that's the short version on the tubes themselves. And the device that I'm using to mount and articulate the actual tubes on the helmet is the Argus lightweight night vision mount. And it's got all the features that you've likely been accustomed to. So the single button flip up and down, getting it in and out of your vision line. You have the 2 buttons on the side, slide it forward and back. And then your ejecto natto button on the front. So don't touch that unless you want the tubes to come off. And then of course your dial for pitch up and down, and the single slider bringing them up and down. I'm using a UG Rat bungee system to secure the mount and the tubes themselves to the actual helmet cover itself. It's a little single Velcro piece here on the rear. And the helmet cover, be honest with y'all, it came from Amazon. But it looks cool and it fits the helmet. The helmet itself is a Team Windy. I chose to go with a bump because I'm not all that concerned about bullets flying. I don't really want the extra weight if I'm not all that concerned about it. I've had ballistic helmets, I've used ballistic helmets, and the weight is really not that big of an issue. Matter of fact, ballistic a lot of the times helps balance the helmet better so it's comfortable long term. But I've got this one set up very well for the bump, so I'm very happy with the helmet that I have. I also decided to go with Team Windy because I'm a big fan of their retention system. The dial on the back is a very easy way to quickly adjust, so you just pop it out to remove tension, remove slack, and then when you want to cinch it to your head, you just close the button and give it a turn. They call it the BOA system. I also find the clicks to be very satisfying. Let's enjoy this together. Yes. Now for the padding on the inside, I did replace the pads with 4D tactical pads. I got to try these on our buddy's helmet and I was very, very happy with it. So I went ahead and ripped out the Team Wendy pads and just replaced it with these. I find them to be very absorbent. They absorb the sweat. I'm a bald man, so I sweat like, well, I was about to say something real bad. I'm a bald dude, so I sweat profusely when I'm wearing helmets, especially in Georgia during the summer. But most importantly, they hold the weight and they alleviate the hot spots. Very common thing we find, people complain from hot spots from the bridge of their skull and from the base of their skull normally, or right across their brow line. And you can move these pads around, they're completely modular, so I'm a big fan of these. I think more than a few of us are using these now on the floor. For some of the funny accessories that I put on my helmet, my IR illuminator, my IR flood, is a Amazonian special $13 IR flashlight with a scope ring holding it to the rail on the helmet. I know there are better alternatives. I can hear this comment section screeching at me, and it's fine. I'm gonna replace it eventually, but for now it works fine. Now for the Ear Pro, there's a lot of options for mounting your hearing protection to your helmet, and I chose to go, again, with kind of a budget-friendly option, but there's a certain amount of features that I need for running this helmet properly. So I went with the Earmore M32s, now available at GA Firing Line. I've also got a matching set of ARC style arms. I'm a big fan of the Dumbo, being able to make it fan out like this. These give you tons of clamping force, so it does a really good job of actually supporting some of the weight of everything, and balancing with night vision is a very important concept. So these help with that as well, because now the weight from the Ear Pro, instead of it being here, is back here. It's a good thing to do. Most importantly, counterweights. Make sure you have a counterweight on your helmet. This unit I picked up from us, I'm not sure who made it. Back here, I've also got a couple of CR123s to back up for the night vision in case that battery were to die. But the Earmores, I'm very happy with them. They're electronic hearing protection, so they've got microphones on them, they amplify ambient sound, but then when it reaches a certain level, they cut off, and it performs very adequately as hearing protection. We've shot some loud guns, we mostly shoot suppressed, but the Earmores do a great job of, again, amplifying that ambient sound. They also come with a microphone, which is really cool, and for a nominal upgrade fee, you get a drop lead as well. So I can drop this directly into my radio, and now I've got push-to-talk comms with my whole team when we're on the line. If I'm being real, night vision is one of those things that I never thought I would be fortunate enough to kind of get into. And the market and the industry has changed enough where there's enough of these accessories, and now there's manufacturers making good tubes for not that much money. Traditionally speaking, if we were having this conversation a couple years ago and you told me that I would be able to get into binocular white phos night vision with all the modern feature sets for under 6 Gs, I would have called you a liar. But now, here we are. There's a lot of ways to get into night vision, now more than ever. Traditionally speaking, on a budget, we'd be talking about getting into a monocular unit, so one with a single tube. But now, being able to get right into good binocular white phos night vision is affordable for a lot more people. That excites me. I'm a big fan of that. And if any of you are interested in training with us under night vision, but you haven't made the jump yet, because we know it's expensive, we have made available a few rental sets that include a helmet, binocular tubes, and a laser to go on a gun. So you can bring your gun if it's suppressed. If not, we can provide a gun for you. And we have a lot of options to get you on the range with us, because shooting under night vision is a hysterical amount of fun. So that's just kind of a quick look into my build as kind of a more budget-friendly build. I'm very happy with it. This has done some really cool stuff, and I'm excited to start teaching more with it and to continue my education in night vision so we can shoot better, we can be better coaches, and we can provide a better service for the rest of you. If you have any questions about how to get started with anything you've seen today, reach out to us online. You can find us on the web. You know what that means? And for anybody local to the shop proper, come by and ask for Conti. He'll talk your ear off about night vision. You'll learn more than anybody ever could. My name is Gedde. Be safe, shoot more guns, all that stuff. Just, it's cool. Just do it. I promise it's cool.
Binocular.